Ah, hello.
Well, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Really, really well, thank you. Yes, and yourself?
Good. I'm very good. I'm excited to be here as always,
Hmm.
and feeling quite chill today. Feeling good.
Yeah, chilled, but not to the point of apathetic, though, right?
Ah, nice. No, we're not there. Not there.
Our little segue into the subject today, because it's funny, as we're recording this, we're coming out of the Christmas holidays. But
Yeah.
we're planning it to be released at the end of January.
Hmm.
And we thought that we would talk about apathy and all the different shades thereof, right? Because
Yeah.
start of the new year strong oftentimes, and you have all these intentions, even resolutions. I don't set them, but some people do. And then
Mm.
sort of by the end of the January, the fire's petered out, hasn't it? And it's like, oh,
Yeah. You're still in winter. It's still grey. It's still February's coming. February's cold here in the
yeah,
UK. It's grim. That's probably when we're going to get snow if we're going to get any. I love snow.
me too.
But it's it's like even though like yeah we're beginning of January now and we've had the shortest day we're coming like but it feels like winter feels like it starts at that point for some reason even though it's been getting darker and darker and darker. It's now getting very slowly lighter, but it's like how do you keep that
Yeah,
energy going, as you say, that fire burning, because all the goodness is under the soil right now, isn't it? In nature the seeds are
yeah,
germinating, they're growing up to the surface, but we're not going to see any of that
no,
for a little while, and it's the same with their energy, isn't it?
absolutely. And I think, it's worth approaching in now because I don't know about you, but I look around and I see so much we are being trained for instant gratification, right? For feedback,
Yeah.
for validation, for rapid results,
Stuff.
snapping of the fingers, stuff, acquiring, doing, and seeing an immediate result, right?
Mm.
And I think it's a skill worth cultivating to kind of come out of apathy, because the way that what we wanted to deal with was motivation, right? And inspiration, and that kind of, yes, let's go, let's keep going, let's whatever. And the underneath that, the opposite to that, we feel is apathy, because it kind of gets under your skin. And I think that I think it's a skill worth cultivating, is how to switch from apathy to inspiration, motivation, and that feeling of, yeah, come on, let's go do it,
Yeah.
so that you can not push through, but so that you can inspire yourself, motivate yourself, whatever word you want to apply to that, to
Yeah.
take through the spring, when in the periods where you can't see the immediate, the
Yeah.
flowers in the immediate kind of harvest.
And the value of winter and the value of the cycle of nature, the cycle of energy, because even though you're not there with the spring and the flowers, it's like now is great. Now is good. If you're not appreciating now, you're not going to appreciate it when you get there because that won't feel good. It's that you're just going
Yeah,
to repeat what you're feeling now.
yeah.
So if you want a different future, you need to feel different now.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that, because over the last week, I swear I have had so many signs. When you look and uh, you start taking notice, and I must have had double figures of signs saying about feel it now, and then it manifests. Now we all know, if you know anything about manifesting, it's feel it now, right? And then it
Yeah.
draws in, because it's magnetic. And it's so true. If we can't appreciate what we've got now, we're not going to be vibrating at that level to bring more of the same in, because we live in a magnetic universe. And so it's like with weight loss, it's like, I'll be happy when. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Get happy now, dissolve the
Yeah.
stress now, and the weight will dissolve off anyway,
Yeah.
you
That
know.
that stuff is the symptom of how you're feeling, what your beliefs are. The
Mm.
manifesting stuff is just feedback. Like what you're feeling now is telling you how what's going on in your mind. If you want to know what's going on in here, you've got to look at the people around you. What's going on out there? What's the
Yeah,
feedback right now? How do I want to feel? How do I want it to feel?
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's the shift. It's like, if you've got a negative feeling, well, I want the positive, I want the opposite. So find that, and
yeah,
then you'll see that. It's like um, if you start thinking about yellow cars, you're going to see yellow cars everywhere because it's in your awareness. If you see
yeah,
things that feel good, you're going to see things that feel good because it's in your awareness. And your job is to focus on the things that you love that are happening right now, and that will bring more. It's really annoying, isn't it? It's just like, as you say,
it is. It
but
is.
if I had another 10 grand in the bank, I'd just be happy right now. It'd be really easy. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
easy to feel good when you're on the beach in the sunshine. It's not so good when
Or
you're in
having a
the
massage.
storm.
you know,
Yeah.
and doing the self-care thing. It's really easy to be kind to yourself when
Yeah.
you're on the masseuse's table or the masseur's table, but like it's not as easy when you're in the doldrums looking at your bank account and there's nowhere near enough
You're
in it.
panicking. Yeah.
And your body's
How do
like,
you
oh, I need to do something. Well, part of that can be a functional freeze as well, can't it? And lead you
exactly?
into this feeling of, as we said, what's the point? Like, why am
Yeah.
I even doing this? And
Yeah.
so, for anybody who is at that point at the end of January, when this comes out, January 2024, just know that you're not alone, right?
Oh.
We all feel it.
Oh.
Doesn't matter how much work you do, nobody is a robot. We have a meat suit for a reason because we have to experience all these lovely emotions that tell us, you know, how to course correct. And that's all we're doing. But I think
Yeah.
it's worth getting through, or let's say easing and dissolving and soothing that feeling of apathy and what's the point first, so
Yes.
that this positive, upwardly rising energy can come up and go, right, let's have it,
Yeah.
you know?
And it's the ultimate question, isn't it? Kind of why we're here, why? You know, the human sports spawned philosophy and
Yeah,
science, all of it's why. Why is this happening? Why is that happening? What is the cause of this? You know, that is a driver, it's a huge driver, isn't it? And there's no answer why we're here. I don't know. Do you know? Having a good time? I always think we're here to be happy. If we're not happy, we need to heal. We're here to heal. We heal through communication. We heal through expression of the emotion, which is why we do the podcast. So we're here to do the podcast. This is our life
absolutely.
purpose.
I
We're on
love
it.
it. And so without further ado, let's do the
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh God, really? Do we have to? Oh my God.
Oh my God,
Oh,
what's the point?
oh, I have to do everything. It's the whole Kevin thing,
Not
isn't it? Kevin and
fair.
Perry. Oh, there's never anything to eat.
You do that so well. And if you
I
are
know.
not watching this on YouTube and you're listening, go find the YouTube episode because it is just not looks wise, it's not uncanny looks wise, but just everything else, the mannerisms and everything. So
Yeah,
funny.
Harry Enfield from the
Yeah.
90s, if anyone's wondering.
90s comedy,
Mm,
healthy.
yeah.
So, my
So
love,
yeah, I can get right into that
mm,
because yeah,
we all feel it, don't we? We all have
yeah.
those days where we get up and we're like, really?
Mm,
It's don't want to clock already. And I
Monday
just,
morning.
yeah, yeah. And
Mm,
this is effectively Monday morning, isn't it? Because as we're recording it, it's Tuesday, the 2nd of January. So, you know, we
First
could
day back.
be like, oh, I don't want to do it.
Mm.
But we have to find that spark somewhere, you know, because abundance and affirmations sadly don't pay the rent in and of themselves. So if you work for yourself particularly, you will know that feeling of, oh, for God's sake, nobody else is going to do this. It's all on me. And
Yeah.
then if you let that go, you know, and kind of breed, you can get into this cycle of, well, what's the point? Meh.
Mm,
And then you just sit in the apathy, and the apathy grows and it can turn into God knows what. We're not even going to go down that road. So
mm.
I'm going to take Jemima through. So if you're listening or watching, play along if you want to. If you're feeling a bit meh, then let's see what we can do for you. So,
Yes.
Jemima, my love, is
Yeah.
there anything that you feel meh about
Mm.
today?
So
Pathetic?
right now, well, it's pretty grim and grey out there. So even like getting out of bed, that when you're warm and cozy in bed, it's like,
Mm,
oh no. Getting to it feels like effort to kind of get the energy together to get going. Like
oh
it's
yeah,
hard. It feels hard.
it's hard. Okay.
Yeah, and
So
just I
tapping on
like
the side of your
snuggling
hand.
up. Mm,
Exactly. So tap on the side of your hand while we talk about this because we don't want to waste any time with
yeah.
the potential healing for you guys who are listening. So when it's like that, oh, it feels hard, can't even get the energy together. Where do you feel that in your body, that kind of feeling?
Feeling that in my legs, but my whole body feels kind of weighted, like pushed down almost.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, and I can remember going to things that I don't really want to go to. It's the kind of almost like a powerful force pushing me back. Like
yeah.
my whole, it's a quite a whole body feeling for me.
Yeah, it gets quite visceral, doesn't it?
It
So
really
just
does.
identify for yourselves as well, watching or listening, how that shows up in your body. What does it feel like when you feel unmotivated or apathetic or what's the point? And I get you, it's like that opposing force, right, that you have to
Yeah.
then push against. So what we're going to try and do is dissolve that a little
Mm,
bit so that you get this upwardly rising kind of energy that
yeah.
motivates you to go and do something or inspires you to do something. So If
I just said it feels a little bit like a toddler tantrum. I don't want to, don't make me, I don't want to. It's a bit like that.
got you. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
A bit stampy feety.
Stampy feet. So, even though I'm stamping my feet,
Even though I'm stamping my feet.
I really don't want to do this.
I really don't want to do this.
What's the point?
What's the point?
I feel like it's so hard.
I feel like it's so hard.
And right here and right now,
And right here and right now,
I choose to accept how I feel.
I choose to accept how I feel.
There you go. It's starting to go already.
Yeah.
Just those magic words. And even though it's hard getting out of this cozy feeling.
And even though it's hard getting out of this cozy feeling,
Staying still and doing nothing is comfortable.
staying still and doing nothing is comfortable.
Right here and right now.
Right here and right now.
I'm going to be open to choosing a different feeling.
I'm going to be open to choosing a different feeling.
And even though there's a part of me
And even though there's a part of me
that feels a bit apathetic,
feels a bit apathetic,
and there's a part of me that's stamping my feet,
a part of me that's stamping my feet,
I choose to love, accept, and forgive myself.
I choose to love, accept, and forgive myself.
And for anyone listening or watching, if you struggle to say that last part, just lean into how good it would feel if you could. Or you could say, I'd like to love, accept, and forgive myself.
Yeah.
Just adjust the words as you go. Okay,
Yeah.
so on the eyebrows, this pushback feeling.
This pushback feeling.
Outside of the eye. Don't want to.
I don't want to.
Under the eye, you can't make me.
You can't make me.
Under the nose, it's comfortable here.
It's comfortable here.
Chin, this cozy, apathetic feeling.
This cozy, apathetic feeling.
Under the collarbones. I want to stamp my feet.
I want to stamp my feet.
Under the arms. In protest.
In protest.
Top of the head. Part of me feels like, what's the point?
Part of me feels like, what's the point?
Should we go around one more time? Back to the eyebrow. This heavy, full-bodied feeling.
This heavy, full-bodied, resistant feeling. I really want to say resistant.
Resistant, okay. Outside of the eye. This heavy, resistant feeling.
This heavy, resistant feeling.
Yeah. Under the eye, there's a part of me that doesn't want to.
There's a part of me that doesn't want to.
Maybe it doesn't feel safe to.
Maybe it doesn't feel safe to.
Chin. Maybe it doesn't understand how to.
Maybe it doesn't understand how to.
Collarbones. But I don't need to know that right now.
I don't need to know that right now.
Under the arms. I can just help to soothe this resistant feeling.
Just help to soothe this resistant feeling.
Head. All this apathy and resistance in my body.
Oh, this apathy and resistance in my body.
Just come to a stop and take a nice deep breath. I'm taking it nice and slow today, easing back in. Lots of yawns, lots of sleepy feelings coming across the screen.
Yeah.
So how was that for you? What, I mean, resistance came up loud and clear, right? What else came up?
So physically, I can feel like a lightness. My legs feel lighter and there's like more movement, more willingness to move. I didn't have anything in particular that I'm resisting, which is interesting. That's the thing that comes up sometimes. It's just like, I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't know why. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
I get it sometimes, like, oh, I've got to brush my teeth again. Like, really?
Yeah.
Again.
Shower again.
My teeth are so demanding. Oh, every day, the same thing.
The same. I'm going to tap while we talk about this because it's funny. And if you are listening or watching, please tap along, even though we're just having a chit chat, because this is just as valuable as anything else. I had that this morning about my hair. I was like, I need to wash my hair, but oh God, really? I washed it yesterday. I don't want to wash it again. And it's that feeling of, I suppose maybe for me, like drudge, you know, like, oh,
yeah,
the same thing over and over and over and over again. That's
like,
part of it too, right?
I was saying the whole adulting is like, what do we have for dinner? That's it every day for the rest of your life. What do we have for dinner? Oh God, again, food. I don't know. we do.
Oh God, we're so childish, aren't we, as adults? But it's funny because if you look at transactional analysis, and I am yet by no means an expert, I'm training in it, but if you look at it, like your free child is the one who's like, I don't want to, you can't make me. I'm going to throw my
Yeah.
broccoli around the room because I hate it.
Yeah.
The adapted child is the one who pleases everybody or wants to please everybody and wants to get it all right. And, that's where people pleasing comes from. And
Mhm.
it's really hard when you've got that battle between the free child and the adapted child going, I don't want to, but I have to because, and that
Yeah.
can create that kind of dissonance in the middle, which in essence is resistance, isn't it? It's the dissonance.
Absolutely. Conflict is resistance, and it's a reflection of your unconscious and conscious mind in conflict.
Yeah, having an argument.
Yeah. And meanwhile, you've got those two children,
Yeah,
parts
child.
of you, and the critical parent going, well, you shouldn't have, don't do that. You shouldn't have done that. Do that. You shouldn't have done that. It's the one, oh, have another glass of wine. Next day going, oh, what should you have that wine for? I'm
Yeah,
like, that's the stuff that's in our heads all the time. And if
yeah.
that was a person, you would not pay any attention to them. You would tell them to leave because
Mm.
they're in like,
Yeah, it's
mixed
very
messages
destructive,
is
isn't it?
is yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And sometimes we don't know that that's happening.
yeah.
We're just following instincts and going from child to child to child to child, going, am I getting it right? Yes, you're getting it right.
Exactly. And
Yes, you've
I
got to
think
brush your teeth.
that's yes, you know that you don't want your teeth to
Yeah,
fall out, don't you? So you
exactly.
have to brush them. I think that's the adult voice, isn't it? So in the
Yeah.
middle, so you've got the two types of child. You've got nurturing and critical parent, and then in the middle,
Mhm.
you've got an adult ego state. And I didn't intend this to go down this road, but it's useful, right? So,
It's really useful.
so I guess at all times you kind of want to get back to that adult state of,
Mm.
okay, we know we need to do this, that, and the other. Let's just get it done. And then it's done. And then we can have some free time and go and enjoy ourselves and indulge the free child, whatever it is, right?
Do you
So
know
we
what's
know,
coming up?
yeah.
So boring.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Boring.
oh my God. I don't want to. There's
It's
the
not
apathy.
fair.
Like, oh, don't make me. It's like
Yeah.
straight away.
Okay, let's tap this out because this is really interesting. We'll
I
come back to this. Okay. I don't want to.
don't want to.
It's not fair.
Not fair.
The eye.
Boring.
You can't make me.
You can't make me.
The nose. It's boring.
It's boring.
Thank God, it's so boring.
So boring being an adult.
Under the collarbone, brushing
Sensible.
my teeth.
Ugh.
Boring.
So boring to have to brush my teeth.
What's for dinner? Oh,
What's for dinner? Again.
top of the head. So boring.
So boring.
Did that feel good?
I've got all the like, talk to the hand, face ain't listening,
Oh, let's carry
whatever
on.
loser, all that stuff, all those childish things.
Yeah, talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand, face ain't listening.
Outside of the eye, the face ain't listening.
Face ain't listening.
Under the eye. Don't want to do it.
Don't want to do it.
Can't make me.
Can't make me.
It's just boring.
It's just boring, even though it's the best thing for me.
Ah, you see the subconscious poking through.
Whatever.
The arm. God, it's boring.
God, it's boring.
Top of the head. Who wants to be an adult anyway?
Who wants to be an adult anyway? Oh,
Well, there's the eternal question, right?
yeah.
So let's just reevaluate, tapping on the side of the hand while we have a little chat. Can you hear above the rain, by the way, on my roof? Is it still okay?
No, I can't hear it. No.
It's absolutely pelting
Is
it down.
it?
My,
Oh,
my
really?
volume is up full and it's quite fuzzy to hear you. So bear with
Oh,
me.
I can only hear your voice. You sound really clear.
Good. Okay, so how did that feel? Voicing the whole.
Yeah, well, we've been laughing. It's quite funny. It's quite fun.
Yeah.
But being that, I just want to say teenagery, rebellious.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating because that is the kind of essence of teenage, and what we're doing, isn't it? Like, you're not an adult, you're not a child, you're somewhere in the middle. You are that conflict. You're living that conflict. You're pushing boundaries. You're being told no, or you feel like that the whole time. Actually, it's like, well, don't brush your teeth if you really don't want to. It's fine. Like, it is up to you.
Yeah.
But cause and effect, everything you do has an impact. Like,
yeah,
we've got to pay the bills, we've got to do the life bit, but it doesn't have to be horrible.
Yeah.
It can be fun. Like, you can shift your energy. So it feels like kind of growing up.
Okay. And in order to do that, the nurturing parent and all this co-regulation, right, of mammals that is meant to happen as you're being brought up. If you were a nurturing parent right now, what would you say to your stroppy teenager, apathetic self? And not that I'm calling you that, but
All right.
all right, easy.
Chill, I would say. um, it's about allowing it, giving it a voice, and just that understanding of knowing you've been through it. You know what's the good's coming. And it's just like, yeah, it is. That is the stuff of life. It is really boring sometimes.
Yeah.
You just gotta, uh,
Pick it up.
yeah, just
Well,
suck it up, do it.
let's try it and see where it gets to, shall we? So, even though life can be boring sometimes,
Even though life can be boring sometimes,
and we have to make ourselves do stuff,
we have to make ourselves do stuff.
just know that there's good stuff at the end of the tunnel.
Just know there's good stuff at the end of the tunnel.
And it won't always feel like this,
And it won't always feel like this.
even though life can be routine and drudge.
Even though life can be routine and drudge.
And you don't always have to do what you're told.
And you don't always have to do what you're told.
Just know that cause and effect is in play.
Just know that cause and effect is in play.
And you are always at choice.
And you are always at choice.
And even though this push me, pull you resistance
And even though this push me, pull you resistance
doesn't feel good in the body,
doesn't feel good in the body,
especially when you don't know why,
especially when you don't know why,
just know that you don't have to.
just know that you don't have to.
You can just move through it anyway.
Just move through it anyway.
So we'll go up to the eyebrows. This resistance,
This resistance,
that side of the eye, it is totally normal.
it is totally normal.
Under the eye, it can be very routine.
It can be very routine.
With the nose, this daily life that we live.
This daily life that we live.
Chin. And some of the routines are really good for you.
And some of the routines are really good for you.
Chin. And you're always at choice.
And you're always at choice.
Yeah. Under the arm. You know yourself well enough to make the right choice.
You know yourself well enough to make the right choice for you.
Absolutely. Top of the head. And indulging yourself now and then is okay too.
And indulging yourself now and then is okay too.
Yeah. Eyebrow. Relaxing and releasing.
Relaxing and releasing.
That side of the eye. Relaxing and letting go of the it's not fair.
Relaxing and letting go of the it's not fair.
Under the eye. Relaxing and releasing this resistance.
Relaxing and releasing this resistance.
Under the nose. Relaxing and letting go.
Relaxing and letting go.
Chin. Relaxing and releasing this pressure.
Relaxing and releasing this pressure.
Under the collarbones. Relaxing and letting go of this apathy.
Relaxing and letting go of this apathy.
Under the arm. Relaxing and releasing the resistance.
Relaxing and releasing the resistance.
Top of the head. Relaxing and allowing motivation and inspiration.
Relaxing and allowing motivation and inspiration.
Okay. Let's have a nice deep breath.
Stretch.
Good stretch. Like,
Yeah.
oh, excuse me.
I had this phrase in my head. It's not what you do today, it's what you do every day.
Ah.
So like Christmas Day, all out, big feast. If you did that every day, not so good. Wouldn't feel good. I mean, maybe it would, but you know.
Unlikely.
So like that is why we have celebrations and things that are different.
I just got an image of a pressure valve blowing off the pressure there, because it's like we know that there are certain things that we can and ought to do. Really, it's not a case of should, but we know what is good for us. We know what serves us. We know what keeps our fires burning healthily, our systems working. You know, like brushing your teeth, like drinking plenty of water, like eating the right nutrition, all of that good stuff. And when it gets to feeling like it's too restrictive, I think that's what's coming up for me is it's that feeling of restriction. And when there's restriction, there's a force pressing against a barrier, right? And so when we have a celebration and we eat whatever we want to eat, that's like blowing the top off, blowing the valve off, releasing some of that pressure to go back to then, okay, so these are the parameters that I'm going to choose to live within for my greatest and highest good kind of thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that needs to happen for growth as well, isn't it? You can do that through your comfort zone into growing into a different area or learning a language or anything you want to do,
Yeah.
you're going to meet resistance along the way. There's going to be an equal amount of resistance to desire. So if you want something,
Yeah.
you can have an equal amount of resistance that doesn't want it, because that's just balance. That's how the world works, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a
Yin
good
yang,
point.
push pull.
Yeah. And so like there's nothing wrong with you that you're feeling that way. It's completely normal, and it's healthy. It's the way that you're wired. So, I would sort of kiss your brain for that one, if you like, because it's
Mhm.
meant to be happening. I think there's something that's coming in that's very, very important. My guidance is tapping me on the shoulder to say we need to talk about this, and that is chronic re-traumatization, right? So
Mm.
what all can also lead to apathy, if you're looking at it from a freeze response and almost a learned helplessness, this is a very different aspect of it, is this
Mm.
whole thing of what is the point. It can be because you're feeling the pressure of drudge, of routine, and you want to blow the steam off. It can also be because you've tried things multiple times before and it hasn't
Mm.
worked out, and then we drop into this learned helplessness kind of apathy,
Absolutely.
which
Yeah.
is there's
I'll
no
just
point
check out.
anyway.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. And then we get belligerent and kind of like, it doesn't matter anyway. You can't make me. And all
Yeah.
of
Oh,
that
and
is
then yeah. And then
perception.
you get reinforcement of, well, I told you you weren't good enough because you didn't do it. Look, failure.
And then the
Another layer.
critical parent has a field day.
Yeah.
So I think if you tune in, and we were not going to, it won't be a massive thing. I'm not going to ask anyone to bring up huge memories, but I just feel into your body and just fish around for any kind of sense of something that you want to achieve, something that you do want to do that maybe you've tried before and it hasn't worked. And you can tap while we're talking about this if you want to, and start the soothing. Is there something that you keep trying to do that isn't necessarily happening at the speed you want to? And how
Got a
is
few
that?
things.
Right, let's go. Let's go.
So every year for about maybe 10 years, friend of mine, some of our friends get together every January and we set intentions for the business and what we're going to do for our work.
Yeah.
And we haven't done it this year. Interestingly, we haven't got one planned. Anyway, each time I've done it, like, yeah, this is my goal this year. This is what I'm going to do. This is what as I'm doing it, I know I'm not going to do any of those things. I've never done them. I've got these like plans and just go, I don't know what that is. So I'm quite this year doing it differently. I feel quite different this year anyway.
Yeah.
But that's certainly something like going through the motions, knowing it's pointless is kind of
Mm, yeah.
what's come
It's
up.
interesting, isn't it? Okay. And is there something way back, and you don't go into too much detail, like try and keep yourself away from the memory as much as you can, but if you had to
Yeah.
think something that you've tried, we call it goal trauma in the kind of coaching and energy work that I do, I call it goal trauma. Is
Yeah.
there something that you tried and you went all out to make it happen, moved heaven and earth, possibly even sacrificed health, relationships, whatever, and it
Yeah.
didn't work out?
Yeah. I've got quite a few examples of that.
Okay. So without going too far into any of those memories, just
Mhm.
tune into how you feel in your body when you think about one or all or any of those.
Oh, really sad. Real sadness of like all that effort. Nobody noticed. Nobody seemed to be interested. It's
Mm.
pointless. Is like oh, real tears and so, like
Yeah,
in my lungs and in my chest. I can feel this just
yeah.
what a waste. What a waste of energy and effort. And what's the point? I'm not gonna try again because just not gonna work. Like there's all of that.
And you can see how that is pure, it leads to pure apathy,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
almost like that. It's learned helplessness. Okay, so let's get started. I'm guessing it's quite intense, so I'm not going to waste any time.
Yeah.
All of these tears inside my lungs and chest,
All these tears inside my lungs and chest.
and all this deep sadness.
And all this deep sadness.
I'd really like to accept how I feel about it.
I'd really like to accept how I feel about it.
And even though I feel so sad
And even though I feel so sad
about these attempts to make things happen,
about these attempts to make things happen,
and it just feeling like such a waste
it's just feeling like such a waste
right here and right now.
right here and right now.
I choose to soothe and comfort myself.
I choose to soothe and comfort myself.
And even though there's a reservoir of sadness,
And even though there's a reservoir of sadness,
because there's lots of things I've tried
because there's lots of things I've tried
that maybe haven't worked.
that maybe haven't worked.
And right here and right now,
And right here and right now,
I give myself a huge dollop of compassion.
I give myself a huge dollop of compassion.
Okay, we'll go up to the eyebrow. All these things I wanted.
All these things I wanted.
Outside of the eye, all these things I've tried.
All these things I've tried.
Under the eye, all these things that didn't work.
All these things that didn't work.
Under the nose, and all this deep sadness.
And all this deep sadness.
Chin, and all these tears in my lungs and chest.
All these tears in my lungs and chest.
Collarbones, it feels like such a waste.
Feels like such a waste.
Under the arm. And I think I chose never to be that vulnerable again.
I think I chose never to be that vulnerable again.
Top of the head, never to put my heart on the line like that again.
Never to put my heart on the line like that again.
Let's keep going. Eyebrow, because I don't want to get my heart broken.
Because I don't want to get my heart broken.
Outside of the eye, it's easier to feel apathetic.
It's easier to feel apathetic.
Under the eye, to switch myself off to it.
To switch myself off to it and feel pathetic.
Okay.
Apathetic and pathetic.
Right. The key's always in the word. Under the nose. And it's made me feel pathetic.
And it's made me feel pathetic.
Chin. And my higher self knows that I'm not.
My higher self knows that I'm not.
Collarbones, but there's a big part of me that feels like I am.
There's a big part of me that feels like I am.
Under the arm, and I'm just going to wrap my arms around that part right now.
Just going to wrap my arms around that part right now.
Top of the head, and remind it of Thomas Edison.
And remind it of Thomas Edison.
That is the light bulb guy, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Is it 100 times or something like that?
I think it was someone else, but he took it. Don't want to start rumors.
Inventors,
yeah.
right? So
keep going.
Keep going. We'll
keep going until you find the light bulb.
We need to fact check. It's all good. The truth is.
The truth is.
There's a million different ways to do everything.
There's a million different ways to do everything.
Right? Under the eye. This is the nurturing parent voice coming in, right? Under the eye. And I've tried a fair few.
And I've tried a fair few.
Under the nose. And maybe they didn't quite work at the time.
Maybe they didn't quite work at the time.
Chin. But that doesn't mean they won't ever work.
That doesn't mean they won't ever work.
Collarbones. And it doesn't mean I shouldn't ever try again.
It doesn't mean I shouldn't ever try again.
Under the arm. Because there's still a few thousand ways I could do it.
There's still a few thousand ways I could do it.
Yeah. Top of the head. And I wonder if it's possible.
And I wonder if it's possible.
Eyebrow. That I could let go of this goal trauma.
I could let go of this goal trauma.
Outside of the eye. And all the ways it restricts my action.
And all the ways it restricts my action.
Under the eye. Keeps me in a box.
Keeps me in a box.
Under the nose. Keeps me stuck in my comfort zone.
Keeps me stuck in my comfort zone.
Chin. Keeps me feeling pathetic.
Keeps me feeling pathetic.
Collarbones. And I wonder if I can come back to my passion.
And I wonder if I can come back to my passion.
Yeah. Under the arm and allow that to lead me instead.
And allow that to lead me instead.
Yeah. Top of the head. It doesn't always mean heartbreak.
Doesn't always mean heartbreak.
Eyebrow. Sometimes it can mean really good intel.
Sometimes it can mean really good intel.
Outside of the eye about what not to do.
About what not to do.
Under the eye about what doesn't work.
About what doesn't work.
Yeah. Under the nose. And I can honour this deep sadness.
And I can honour this deep sadness.
Chin. And everything I've made it mean about me.
And everything I've made it mean about me.
Collarbones. Which just isn't true.
Just isn't true.
Under the arm. I have 100% success rate.
I have 100% success rate in everything I do.
Yeah. Top of the head. At everything I do every day.
Everything I do every day.
Eyebrow, because I keep getting up.
I keep getting up.
I keep brushing my teeth.
I keep brushing my teeth.
Yeah. Right? I keep making dinner.
Keep making dinner.
Yeah. I keep sharing myself and my gifts.
Keep sharing myself and my gifts.
Chin. And if I can help one person that day,
And if I can help one person that day,
under the collarbones, then perhaps that's my sign of success.
and perhaps that's my sign of success.
Yeah. Under the arm. Giving myself a huge hug and loads of compassion.
Give myself a huge hug and loads of compassion.
Top of the head. There's no need to feel heartbroken anymore.
No need to feel heartbroken anymore.
Okay, what we're going to do now is just go straight to a little bit of havening. So just hands on your shoulders and just stroke down the outside of your arms. Just taking some nice deep breaths and feeling whatever feeling you think will kind of be the antidote to what it is, to this sadness. So if it's compassion, if it's love, if it's comfort, just keep bringing those feelings in.
It's understanding, which is that whole,
Okay.
what I would say to a teenager, I get it,
Yeah.
even though they probably wouldn't believe me. Understanding, just being held and seen, isn't it?
Should we talk to that teenager now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just go back and do one or two more rounds on the eyebrow, straight in. I hear you.
I hear you. I hear you.
I see you.
I see you.
Under the eye. I love and value you.
I love and value you.
Under the nose. It's normal to feel this way.
It's normal to feel this way.
Chin. You're perfect as you are.
You're perfect as you are.
Collarbones. You've never not deserved.
You've never not deserved.
Under the arm. You're perfect just as you are.
You're perfect just as you are.
Top of the head. And these feelings are completely okay.
And these feelings are completely okay. These feelings are completely okay.
Okay. So let's just stop and check in because something wants to come out of the throat chakra. What wants to
Yeah, it's been coming in the back of my mind through those bits. Because it's true, we are 100% successful at everything we do. And those January goals, I'm setting myself up to fail so I can prove that I'm a failure when I'm not really a failure. That's why I'm doing it. Yeah.
A mic drop.
Oh.
Boom.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing, right? So we always talk about that in this. I certainly do, about the blocks beneath the blocks, right? So we think that it's our motivation, our intelligence, our skills, our capabilities that block us. In essence, it's not. It's this deep survival need for safety. And Jemima's brain has made her feel safe by making her not set goals so that she does, or not follow through on the goals so that she then feels safe.
By failing, by not achieving. Yeah.
And it's funny.
And that's all about competition and not shining and not being seen, protection. Don't be out there and I want to get out there. I want to help people. I want to be seen. This is why we're doing this. We want to reach as many people as possible so we can share this. So all that stuff is a symptom of the deeper core issue, as you say, safety, need for safety.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. I'm feeling called to just do one last round or so.
Yeah.
That safety. Does that feel okay?
Yeah, good.
Okay. Straight into the eyebrows. It's safe for me to shine.
It's safe for me to shine. Let's say that again. Ooh.
Interesting.
It's safe for me to shine.
Outside of the eye. It's safe for me to be seen.
It's safe for me to be seen.
Under the eye. It's safe for me to be loved.
It's safe for me to be loved.
Under the nose. It's safe for me to be acknowledged.
It's safe for me to be acknowledged. It's
Interesting.
safe for me to be acknowledged.
On the chin, it's safe for me to be revered.
It's safe for me to be revered.
Under the collarbones, it's safe for me to be praised.
It's safe for me to be praised.
Under the arm, it's safe for me to receive.
It's safe for me to receive.
Top of the head. And it's safe for me to accept.
It's safe for me to accept.
And I say that open-ended because when you open to receive whatever it is that you want, it's almost like when I'm dealing with people with money, issues and all of that and the energetics, it's all the same, but it's just a tangible thing for people to get hold of. Like, it's okay saying I want more money. It's okay saying I'm open to receive more money, but it's
Mm.
the accepting of it when it gets here
Yeah.
that that's the
Getting rid of it
hard
straight
part.
away.
Yeah. And that's why
Yeah.
people can't hang on to stuff
Yeah.
because, and I include myself in that until latter years, because I wanted the money, absolutely, wanted the success, wanted whatever, but when it got here, there was a worthiness part about accepting it,
Mm. Yeah.
right?
Mm.
So it's all these little micro stages that people overlook. They bunch it into, oh, well, you just have to feel worthy. Yeah, but
Yeah. Okay. There are so many
worthiness is talk
aspects.
about. Yeah, exactly. And so that's why I left that open-ended, just
Yeah.
because your subconscious will fill in. It's safe for me to receive whatever, it's safe for me to accept whatever. Um, because it's whatever that means to you, right?
Yeah. And I think we should continue that on in the next session, accepting.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah.
that, yes, let's do that. So how are you feeling now? I know you had heavy legs, you had like apathy and resistance everywhere in a visceral bodily reaction. So how are you feeling?
Mm. I feel really peaceful now. I've got a little bit in my throat, something going on in there, which might be just post-Christmas, to be fair. Not all morning. But yeah, I feel really grounded. Um, I don't feel any resistance. I'm thinking about the rest of my day and what I need to get on with. And I'm actually looking forward to doing stuff. And yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I feel good. Um, it's interesting when we were going through it initially, I was like thinking of my son, who's now 19. So we've been through the teenagey thing. And then at the end, it's like, oh yeah, my teenager. Forgot it's all about me. So that was really good just to catch her.
Yeah.
Um, and I can see her now. I think we did a session. She popped up in another one a few podcasts ago.
Yeah.
She's just, yeah, she's good. I was an art student. So
Ah,
yeah,
cool. Oh,
a lot of self-expression, not getting much work done.
got you.
Had a good time.
It's
Sorry,
funny,
teachers.
that is part of it as well, isn't it? That it's channeling. So when you get the motivation and the inspiration and the ideas and the creativity coming through, because don't forget, tapping opens you up more to your creativity and your intuition,
Yeah, yeah,
connecting the left and right of the brain and all of that good stuff. It's that dance between creativity and ideas and channeling it and taking the aligned action, right? So all
yeah,
I can say for that is take regular breaks, do your ultradian
yeah.
rhythm, take
Oh
regular
yeah,
breaks, refuel your brain.
Pomodoro.
Yeah, whatever it takes, because you can't stay in creativity all day because
Mm.
it'll peter out because
Not
it'll.
active creativity. You are creating the whole time you're awake and alive.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, active
Mm.
doing.
Yeah. And I
So,
say that just because there will be some people going, oh, right, so now I've
what
got rid of this
do I
apathy.
do now?
I mean, I've got to do. No, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
no, no, no.
You get to then choose, right? We are always at choice. We know that. We're not saying what you have to do with it, but you can come back to this if you need a boost, right? If
Yeah.
you're getting stuck, if you're getting into the resistance of, oh, I hate you. Like, why is it? No, if you find Kevin the teenager making an appearance again, then you can come back to center and just kind of figure out what the apathy is about. Is it just the resistance of the drudge, or is it, well, it feels pointless because I've tried it and it's failed? And just try and separate which of that is, and then just say
Mm.
how you feel about it and just tap. And if you don't know how to do that and you don't feel confident, write it down, journal it out, and then read it back out and tap on the side of your hand while you do it.
Yeah, yeah.
That is
Or
my
listen
advice.
again, listen through it, or reach out to us.
Absolutely. You're always free to reach out to us. So we hope that was helpful.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that one. That was great. Channeling
Good.
my inner Kevin.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Well, in
Thank you
that
so
case,
much. Yeah,
we'll leave it there. You're very welcome. And I guess we'll see you guys on the next one.
yeah. See you there.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.